Well, it's 1 o'clock, and you're very, very welcome to today's episode of the Room Junkie Show. And today, I think I've got one of my heroes, somebody that I've got a girl crush on, the amazing Lynda Strain. For those of you who don't know Lynda, she's an international makeup artist. She's an educator. She's got her own range of beauty products. She's an all-round superstar. So, Lynda, I am so thrilled to welcome you today.
I'm delighted to be here, and thank you very, very much for having me on. I'm the one that's delighted, absolutely. Thank you so much now.
Oh, no. This is just amazing because I'm all about helping women find their fabulous. I'm actually going to write a book about that called Finding Your Fabulous. And I will do. And I have a course on the go at the minute, and that's what the women are doing. And I've got people on that course from the age of 30 to the age of 70, and it's amazing the transformation that's happening in a very short space of time. So I'm just dying to hear your take on everything. A couple of people there, let us know where you are, give us a wave, and just tell me where you are. And presumably you can hear us and see us absolutely fine. But Lynda, your backstory, share it with us, because you know it hasn't all been roses for you.
No, I have, well, I suppose I've always been, from I left school, I've went and trained, you know, as a beauty therapist. I trained, I'm originally from County Armagh, so a wee village called Mullaban, and I've now relocated to Donegal. So I've had a lot of sort of changes and I suppose a lot of life challenges, but all that, you know, has made me, I suppose, who I am today. But I started in the beauty in Belfast in Bromwell Conroy Beauty College, and we were lucky enough to start, I suppose, in with makeup there, and that's sort of where my passion with makeup began. And when I finished with my training, I was working in a wee salon in Newry, which would be our closest town. I worked there for 3 years and then decided, I suppose, I've always sort of had a craving and a passion to want more and to try and achieve what I can. So I opened my own salon in my local village of Mullaban. So I was there for 19 years until I relocated up to Donegal. So and during that time, I was 20 when I opened. And when I was 24, I ended up being, well, 24 going on 25, I ended up being diagnosed with cancer, Hodgkin's lymphoma. So like anything, that was a big life-changing moment. But I have to say, you know, as tough as it was, I faced every challenge. My family are fantastic. We tried to take the humorous end and always sort of tried to take the positive take out of it. And so I suppose I was getting my treatment every sort of second week, and always, I suppose I was lucky because I was into skincare and into the makeup. I made sure that even every chemo session, I pulled the hair on, you know, obviously, because I lost my hair.
Did you lose your hair? I was
going to ask I lost my hair.
Beautiful hair. Oh my God.
Yeah, and this is what my hair was always sort of like. I've never changed much over the years with regards to my hair, but I had to, obviously, I got it shaved, and again, that was another sort of celebration evening. And I was lucky enough, we found a place in Dublin called Chemo Hair, that they did, you know, the real hair pieces and then the natural, sort of, there were the fiber ones that I would have wore on a sort of a daily basis, and then the real hair, I used to wash it, put it on my hair and go to the hairdresser and get it blow dried. So I suppose the looking good, feel good factor created, the sort of creation began then. And I noticed that, you know, obviously you get up and you're looking, and I've often used this term, this sort of alien being looking back at me, because I was unrecognizable. I had no facial sort of definition, you know, I had no eyelashes, no eyebrow hair, and I had no hair. So, you know, when you get up in the morning after your treatment, that was sort of quite surreal and tough. But I said, okay, well, I'm not going to continue, you know, because it wasn't me looking back at me. So that's when I, like, even if I was spending a day just sitting around in my pajamas, I would have got the makeup, you know. Now I wasn't sitting, you know, glammed up now, but I just defined my eyes, my eyeliner, just given a bit of definition, a little bit of maybe sort of foundation or bronzer, just to add a bit of color, maybe a bit of gloss, and then maybe, you know, pull the hair back on. And it could have been just sitting up watching, you know, TV or whatever, but I had, you know, a constant flow of visitors. So I never wanted people, not that everybody knew I was sick, but I didn't want them. And even for my own self, I never wanted people to say, God, God, she's awful sick looking or whatever, because I never got that the whole way through. And, I think mentally that did so much for me, for my whole own sort of self-esteem and everything. So, I got through that anyway, and thank God got the all clear. So
you were only 24, 25?
25, yeah, sorry, it's going on 26. So obviously the symptoms started when I was 24, and but that was, I suppose, the guts of 2 years out of my life, and I took a year out of work, but then I came back, I suppose, stronger, and I had all these thoughts, and so obviously it was the start of the concept of my makeup. And I decided then from that, obviously over years of, researching and sort of trying to find even foundations. That was one thing I found, because of the chemo, your skin becomes very dry, very irritated, very red. There's a lot of stuff you can't take, even skincare wise. So that's why I sort of got the concept of our vitamin E foundation, and the creation then of Lynda Cosmetics then came to, I suppose, 6 years ago. So, and we're slowly sort of building on the brand and that there. So that's where we're at.
You are amazing. I have goosebumps listening to you, Lynda, because knowing how young you were, and would you have been a very sporty person growing up? Where did this mindset come from? This determination?
Well, I did. Now I played Gaelic football. Now I might have been, like a star player or anything, but no, we always were. Like, I would have played netball at school and that, and mightn't be too sporty now, but yeah, definitely growing up, I was very, very active, and that I don't know. I'd say it comes from my parents. They're very strong, resilient people, so I'd say it's in the DNA, to be honest. And I suppose I just have always wanted to achieve and sort of never let anything sort of take me down, and just, I suppose, get on with it.
This is something I wish to God. I had a friend of mine talk to me about resilience a couple of weeks ago. This should be taught to our kids in school. This is what I'm working through with the ladies. Your mindset, we are so much stronger than we think we are. When we're faced with adversity, to be honest, you find that resilience and you find the cope, but your mind must be in a good place. You must have strength and purpose. Did you journal or do anything like that? Or how did you focus your mind?
Do you know what? I didn't, and I wish at times, that I had of, and it's sort of only sort of now that I'm sort of thinking of it. But I suppose I didn't journal because I was invited to a lot of, I suppose, events and that there. So my story has, and through the makeup, I suppose I've been recorded a lot, documenting my journey. So I'm very, very lucky that way. And, I used to do the makeup, working on Irish TV and that there. So they've interviewed me a few times. So that's the only sort of, I suppose, I've been documented, as I said, but not journaling. And I think that's probably something I should have done. I think it would be.
It's not too late, it's not too late.
Absolutely. I think for your healing and your experience, and that's sort of one thing, I do believe that when we, I suppose, are faced with adversities or whatever in our lives, I think that it's one thing I believe that we should be able to share with other people to help them, and we go through them for a reason. And I suppose, as you said, it's not too late. So when I get when I get to where I need to be, I can start maybe journaling and that there. But with regards, we're sort of, the makeup is, we're selling online and that there, and we're in McKeever's Chemist up in Armagh, Newry, the Moy, Achnacoy and Castleblaney. So it's sort of, we're only in the last year have been branching out, because we solely just would have sold from my salon and online. So I suppose this is a big challenge. We have new products and we have new launches and that coming up. And obviously with COVID, it was nearly like things were sort of pretty dormant over the last couple of years. So it's last year we reinvented Lynda Cosmetics, and we've rebranded and sort of relaunched our sort of products that we did have, and now we're on to launching sort of more products and that there,
Well, I'm actually dying to try them out, because Lynda has so generously said she's going to gift me her new products. So
absolutely.
I've been wearing makeup since I was a kid, really. So I love makeup. Love the idea of the vitamin E, because for older, more mature skin, that's obviously going to be quite nurturing as well, isn't it?
It absolutely is. So with the vitamin E, it's actually an all-rounder, because again, going back even to my own teenage years, I suffered very badly with acne. And it's done full circle. You know, I'm 41 now, and I'm currently doing fertility treatment now. And I don't know whether it's the whole thing, you know, they're saying that like my skin has completely gone back to the acnified around here. And I do find that the vitamin E, because it's healing and repairing, this is why I sort of, the concept again for it was those 2 periods in my life that I needed a good foundation or something that would cover your skin, but also treat and, you know, heal and repair it. So vitamin E is an antioxidant. And by applying that on your skin, people have this concept that, oh, we put makeup on and you're blocking up your pores, and that if you don't take it off at night, that's when the damage, you know, can happen. And
do you double cleanse? This is something I've only started to do.
Yes, I double cleanse. Yes. Well, I'm wearing makeup now. If I don't have makeup on at night, you know, when I shower every night before I go to bed, I'll just use maybe a facial wash in the shower. Like if I have no makeup on, but definitely always double cleanse when I have makeup on. Absolutely. Yeah. A
few comments here. Lorena said, amazing lady, came through so much. What an inspiration.
Oh, thank you.
You absolutely are on so many levels, Lynda. And, you know, I've never consciously thought about this. And I trained as a nurse, and I've had family members who've gone through cancer. For somebody, say like me, who wears makeup every single day of her life, that's an important part of my life. It's an important part of who I am. To be given a devastating diagnosis and maybe an unsure prognosis, and then not to be able to wear your makeup so that you can't even give you that lift that you give yourself every single day.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think there's another makeup that has been formulated with cancer patients in mind.
No, I suppose there hasn't. And, you know, there are a lot of, you know, brands out there, but I suppose that's the difference, you know, with Lynda Strain Cosmetics, is because everything that I have, you know, brought out or that there has come from my experiences, and obviously my passion as a makeup artist as well. And at least it's, you know, whatever I put out there, you know, it comes solely from me. And as I said, even with the vitamin E, we were on about the antioxidant properties. It's for sensitive skin, even for older, more mature skin as well, because it contains wheat germ. So that's sort of, it's nearly like an all-rounder. And it's a light to medium coverage. And so it does sort of suit even from the younger girls, you know, when they're starting out with makeup, that they're not using, you know, stuff that is going to block their pores. And like I know a lot of the foundations now are, you know, a lot more sort of gentler and kinder to the skin. But that's, you know, I suppose the vitamin E, that's one thing that I wanted, no matter what, that it was sort of soothing and gentle on the skin, because Irish skins, you know, and I do find, and it's, we have very, very sensitive skin, you know, and that would be even when I had my salon, we would have had the day spa as well. So we would have done a lot of skincare, and sensitivity was, I'd say, you know, 90% of clients' problems, you know, their skin problems. So
okay, I'm going to go back to internally. Obviously, what you take in is very important. Hydration is very important. Skin's the biggest organ in your body. What's your opinion on taking things like collagen supplements or vitamin C?
I think it's very important. Yeah, absolutely, because there is only so much that we can take externally, and it's like the wearing your foundation. I'm not saying by wearing, you know, the foundation that it's going to, you know, cure all your problems, your skin problems. It certainly won't. It will help, but it's like, you know, it's a twofold thing. We need to nourish our body, you know, from the inside as much as applying stuff topically. You know, if your body, and I certainly know that's one thing that I found through my treatment and also through the fertility. If things aren't, you know, balanced and nourished on the inside, it does show most definitely on the outside. So
Listen, it does. I'm going to share with the girls. Lynda knows I actually ate something last night that I probably shouldn't, and my IBS is back with a bang. I have a hot water bottle here. Should have been wearing a pink dress, but I didn't have the energy to take the side clothes off. And I know when I was going through that, my skin was in really, really bad shape because all this inflammation in my body was causing havoc with my skin. Lovely comments coming up here. Roshi McLaughlin, hello Lynda, you're looking beautiful as always. And this girl
hello Roshi.
You know Roshi, keeps
I know
smiling.
Roshi indeed. I haven't seen her in a long time, but how are you, Roshi? Thank you.
Shit, I missed you so much. But I mean, Lynda, you're one of these people who's just as beautiful on the inside as on the outside. You know, your personality and everything about you is the same as the way you look. Kate Blaney is saying, Lynda, you're a truly amazing person with such resilience and positivity. Really interested in your products, and we'll check these out. Best of luck. Kate is one of my Finding Your Fabulous ladies.
Thank you very much, Kate.
And so is Lorraine, actually. Because we're going live into that group today. Mary Byrne is there too. Josephine is away. She's always working. She's watching later. Arlene is up the north as well. She's saying hello. Now, if anybody's got a question, loads of people saying hello. A particular question, there's no question too silly. If it's something you don't know about, or even we talk generic questions, talk to me about things like concealer and highlighter and contouring, because this is very new to me. I always used a bit of concealer, but this whole contouring thing fascinates me actually.
Yeah. Well, like obviously you have your different types of concealers, and we have just launched our new Duo Illusion concealer, and we also have a collagen concealer. So you have different types of concealers, for different corrective purposes. So with regards to our collagen concealer, we recommend it very much, for underneath the eyes, because the pores around your eyes are much tinier than the pores in your skin. So it will, obviously, collagen is formulated to plump out fine lines and wrinkles. So that's why it's a sort of very gentle, nice, it goes very, very sheer underneath the eyes. And it really, really does, because collagen has, that sort of wet, context. So it really, really leaves the eyes looking nice and dewy and hydrated, and especially if eyes are looking tired and that. So the idea of a concealer, well, that's what we would use it sort of after your foundation. And we do obviously recommend.
Some people say put it on first, then
do it
at the after.
Yeah, well, so say I would recommend for our collagen foundation, or our collagen concealer, I would put it on after. For the simple fact, because you want it to obviously hydrate underneath the eyes, but also minimize fine lines and wrinkles. So then with our Duo concealer, we also have our cream concealer on it, and we also have our liquid. So the liquid, and so basically it's a great all-rounder, because if you have redness in your skin and you have maybe blemishes, or maybe sort of birthmarks, or that the people maybe wanted to conceal, I would use the cream, because prior to your foundation, because it's a heavier consistency and it does conceal very, very well. And also it would conceal tattoos as well, for some people, for brides it's also a very, very good
so
that's another aspect of a concealer as well. You obviously need to have
the idea of the Duo. I have some broken veins here on this side, so I would need something like that for that. But yet for my eyes, particularly where there's lines, the lighter one.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I find sometimes now the cream end of it, for a lot of the younger girls, you can put it on your eyelid as an eye shadow base, which is amazing. So therefore, with our Duo Illusion, you have your eyeshadow base. So it's an all-round product, and then you have for concealing blemishes, red sort of marks in the skin, or any redness or irritation, and then you have your liquid for obviously hydrating and that underneath your eyes, and it's your lighter consistency.
Love the sound that, or even for in here, for opening up that shadow, that lighter one would be
absolutely, and we have 4 colors in our collagen. So, depending, it'll go with light to dark foundation, and our Duo concealer, we just have our the 2 colors. So they're sort of light and medium.
Okay. Kalina is saying, we'll have to have a nosy at these products. Lynda is inspiring and is a fabulous example of living life to its best.
Oh, thank you very much.
Need a bucket load of concealer. No, you would not, Kalina. Absolutely not. You just need to apply it right. So yeah, the contouring and sculpting your face. What's your take on that? Some people go a bit over the top.
That's it. Well, funny. My girls who are over, my marketing end of the company had messaged into the group the other day, and they said, have you any sort of don'ts, your do's or your don'ts, with regards to certain products. And that was one thing I said, don't over contour, because I do find, and thank God it seems to be balancing out. Maybe with COVID, people weren't going out and they weren't wearing this heavy makeup, and it was just like these creations, and that's all I can sort of call them, because I'm probably more of a natural, and it is about enhancing your natural beauty, and that is sort of the ethos behind my brand. And it's not about being plastered and hiding your beauty, because everybody has their own natural beauty. So with regards to the contouring, it is fabulous, right? When used in the right context. So say for myself today, because obviously doing the fertility, I have gained a little bit more weight. So I've started, with the double chin. And so say the likes of that there, if you wanted to put your darker colors, so anything in contouring, darkness will conceal, so it'll hide it. And say the highlighter, I have some down, and I have the contour here, the dark here, and the light here. So what that's doing is actually defining, it's propping it up basically. So, it's once used, as I said, in the right way, it'll enhance your facial features and even your bone structure and that, but blend it. That is, the key.
Do you blend it with a brush or?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I use an angle brush when I'm using my contour, because it fits into obviously your facial features. And I'm not a fan of the cream contour. I think it's too thick. Now that's my personal opinion. I know there's people that do love it. We have a powder contour, which I think it's much more easily blended, and I use it after I set my foundation.
Okay, and you know what? If you're not used to using it, it'll be much easier, because I have got some of the I got a trio with the cream. I didn't like it at all because I was putting on too much. But it's gas. Yesterday I had time to get ready. I was chatting to Kate from the Carlo Paint Hub, and I actually did contour. I did the nose, and I did here. My son actually said to me, "Mom, you look great today." I'm like,
oh my God,
I didn't do it today, but he even noticed. So it definitely did do something. Another thing that I'm finding amazing. I don't know if you know Hazel Stewart.
I do, yes.
Star Lashes and Brows.
Oh God, absolutely, yes.
She did. Hazel did the microblading for me.
Oh, fabulous!
And honestly, now one thing I'll say is a compliment to her. Nobody has really noticed her past comment, so it isn't so obvious. But I went to boarding school where we all plucked each other's eyebrows to nothing, and I feel that my eyes, it's like I've had a facelift or something. I actually feel so much better. And even though I have a fringe and I cover them, but
it's still that definition. Yeah. And that's also going on to the microblading now. It is great, and I actually have it done myself, and and I even got my top and bottom liner tattooed as well. So I just sort of thought, well, it was just sort of I'll always have that definition, even when I don't have makeup on. And now it is very subtle, but I suppose as time goes on, you just keep getting it topped up, and at least being in the game I am, it still is quite natural. They're getting more natural with the brushstroke methods now as well. So I know a lot of people who have the microblading done, and it is great because, as you said, the overplucked eyebrows, a lot of my clients have that there, and I definitely would recommend the microblading or the semi-permanent eyebrows. They're just, I suppose, two different methods, but it enhances as you're saying, it does open your eyes up.
Definitely,
and gives you
takes
definition.
a while. I mean, I can't remember when I got the first lot done, and I was fascinated because she said the color will disappear and then it's reabsorbed or whatever and it comes back.
Yeah, and you have to get your top up. And so that's why we, I suppose, we wanted a product as well. And we've just launched our Brow Friend, and the reason I call it your Brow Friend because the eyebrows definitely is something, obviously going through the treatment was sort of definitely a big for me that I wanted. So your Brow Friend, it's got a wee, slanted brush and your wee comb, and we've 4 colors in it, and it's waterproof and it's vegan, and you can also use it on your top and bottom liner as well. So that's sort of my wee, I suppose, creation, my definitely my number one product, and we just have launched it, you know, so
That's amazing. And if the girls want to find out more, what's the best way to either contact you or find out the website or Instagram?
Yeah, if they absolutely. Well, to be honest, you know, because we have several social media sites, and it's the marketing girls that do my social media. So a lot of the times, you know, if messages are coming in, I would prefer to be contacted direct on my mobile. If anybody by any means can give me a call or a WhatsApp. On obviously it's a Northern mobile, so it'll be 00447912089179.
Remember that.
It's just imprinted. And also you can check out Lynda Strain Cosmetics, and it's Lynda with a Y.com, so lindastraincosmetics.com. So you can view the products. And what I will do today, I'll set up that anybody on your program or that is interested will give a wee 15% off, you know, for the next
so generous.
For the next couple of days. So if they would just put in, we'll just say Room Junkie can be their code. So I'll get that set up today, that, you know, anybody is, and if anybody's unsure, if they even just want to send me a wee text, you know, before they're purchasing or that there, and we offer free delivery, you know, around Ireland as well. So
that's amazing. Ducky Callahan, don't know who that is, says any Black Friday deals? Well, you've just, there's your Black Friday deal. It doesn't get much better than that. Convenience, that's so generous, Lynda. It is. Yeah. Any other tips for the ladies? Any other things? Eyelashes. Talk to me about eyelashes. I have really sparse, short eyelashes.
Yeah, well, eyelashes, you have your individual lashes, or you can have your strip lashes. So I have to say I'm a fan of the strip lashes, and we actually just launched our new lashes last year, you know, but they're the big sort of, they're 3D and 5D, so they're quite sort of big fluffy lashes. Now you wouldn't be wearing them every day, but they do create, you know, even for weddings and for events and that, they do, like, I have to say, any form of a lash will definitely enhance any eye makeup look, and I loved, you know, to be honest. And then even eyelash extensions, I think, you know, okay, your lashes might sort of, you know, overuse of time, they might sort of weaken a bit, but they always do come back. And even I do love eyelash extensions now, to be honest.
Okay, I have had them done too, and they really do open up your eyes.
Oh, they do. They're fabulous. Absolutely. And even if you don't have any eye makeup on, I think having, you know, and I have short lashes, so even with regards, you know, to mascaras and that there, and you know, I've just actually, my mother, that was one thing from my mum. You know, we do have sort of short enough eyelashes, but mommy loves, you know, her mascara, and she loves sort of a thicker brush. So one thing we did launch this year was called Leon Lash. My mom's name is Leontia, and so we called it Leon Lash. So mommy, actually, it was her choice of the wand and the brush and that there. So, and it really, really does. It gives that, it's a 4D mascara, and it really, really does sort of give your length and your thickness as well within it. So.
Oh, I must look out for that, because that's exactly what I would need, definitely. Leon, that's a beautiful name. I actually worked there as a nurse. There was a girl called Leon Murray in Sligo. And that's only the second time that I've heard that name, Leon. Yeah, beautiful name. Beautiful name. I was going to ask you something else as well. It's gone out of my head. Do you curl your lashes before you put on mascara?
No, personally, I don't. And I was never a fond, I don't know, I was never, I suppose, a fan of putting anything that close, you know, to my eyes. I know a lot of people do it now. I certainly wouldn't recommend it afterwards, you know, because if you have your mascara on, I know a lot of girls have done that. It will snap your lashes because they're obviously coated with the mascara. But I have seen a lot of girls who do it beforehand, and it definitely does create the curl. But just personally, I'm sort of afraid of anything that close to me, you know, when your eyes are opened.
I do it sometimes if I think of it. If I'm drying my hair, I'll heat the Charlotte Tilbury thing, and I heat it, and I will use it.
Yeah, no, they are great. Always. They definitely are.
Any other questions? Because you're never going to get up this close and personal to Lynda with all your questions. Lips as well. I have weird lips. They're not even. So one half of my lip is more full than the other half. What do you do to get over that?
Well, basically, it would just be overlining the lip to balance it out.
On one side, okay.
Yeah, absolutely. You would have to, and even concealing. You see, if you conceal around the lips. So you always sort of see if you go like that there, you'll be able to balance out your Cupid's bow, as we call it. So you'd obviously need to be quite close to the mirror. And then if you do conceal around it and then put a wee bit of highlighter after it, you know, once you have, I would fill definitely your lips in, first of all, lip line, the whole lip. And once you're happy with your shape, go around it with your concealer, fill in obviously your lip color with your lipstick or your matte liquid lip, whatever you choose to wear, and then just even a wee bit of highlighter you see around it, sort of really does bring out the definition of your lips. So that's just my wee tip.
That's a very good tip. Lorraine is saying, do you recommend dermaplane? Does hair grow back thicker? What's dermaplane?
Well, I have had it done, and to be honest, I definitely haven't found that the hair has grown back quicker, and my skin it is a fabulous treatment, to be honest now. And my friend Natasha up in Hilltown in County Down does it, and I know she does a lot of it, and I know her clients are getting great results. I don't do it myself, and I can only speak of having had one treatment, and I haven't found any difference to my skin afterwards. Dermaplane, it's using like a wee blade, and you're sort of taking away all of the, I suppose, your wee vellus hairs and all of the dead skin. So it sort of goes deeper into the skin, that your skin will be a wee bit sort of red and that afterwards, but you see over the next few days, oh my God, your skin is just so smooth, and that afterwards it really just, I suppose, leaves it much brighter, healthier looking,
Okay, that's interesting. I've never heard of it like that. I get threading done, but and that works for me.
Yeah, well, threading would only be removing the hair, whereas the dermaplane actually goes to take away the dead skin cell. And nearly, I suppose, now I don't know an awful lot about it, but it definitely, it's exfoliating the skin, so it's taking away all that dead skin cells. So once you remove that there, your skin is going to be brighter and healthier. And then when you're applying your creams, because that's also what does happen, and is a good wee tip too. A lot of people say, oh, my skin is dry, and you could be using the best of creams or foundation or whatever, and you're finding that you still maybe have your wee dry patches. If you haven't exfoliated your skin, it's just going to keep building and building. So what you need to do, and it's a form of exfoliation, so even by exfoliating your skin, once or twice a week is very, very good, for your own sort of healthy looking skin, and for your products as well when you're applying them, that at least they can absorb into the skin.
I agree with you. Actually, every Monday morning I have Charlotte Tilbury. I have trouble saying that exfoliator thing, and I put it on for 20 minutes, and it definitely has made a huge difference to my skin.
It does. Your skin is beautiful, Anne. Absolutely.
It's not so great today. I was out on site this morning and I got soaked, and my feet got soaked, and I started to feel unwell. But you perked me up no end. Kavina's saying, what are good eye colours for older green eyes, please? Your eyes are not old.
Oh, well, definitely. Well, I have hazel eyes, and I do work a lot from colour therapy, and that was one thing that we trained, and I know it has sort of changed over the years, but I base it on your cool, on your warm colour. So anybody with your green eyes is going to be your warm. And I think especially, for anybody, it doesn't even matter if you're older. I would probably be sticking to your nice soft browns, and even your golds, your mustards, those sort of colours are definitely very, very gentle and will enhance sort of any warm, whether it be your spring or your autumn. You can have your green eyes, you'll find with a lot of green eyes that have wee gold flecks in them. So I definitely, even for my own, I do love to add a wee bit of gold. And it really, really does enhance, because they're softer colours. So I would be definitely staying away from your harder, colder colours, the likes of your greys or anything like that. But definitely sort of, and even actually adding a little bit of green, mixing it in with your brown and keeping it, once it's all blended, it'll definitely still really, really enhance your eye.
It's gorgeous. Kate Blaney's asking a question that I was going to ask. What colours for blue eyes?
Oh, for blue eyes, well, so for the likes of even your greys, obviously your browns, so you have your cool and your warm tones, as I said. So anybody with, I suppose, the steel blue eyes where you have no warmth in them, I would be recommending the likes of your greys, even, your lilacs. You think of even your summer colours, your blues, but definitely anything well blended, and the likes of, think of springtime colours. For blue eyes, actually your aqua colours are beautiful on blue eyes, believe it or not. But again, browns, you know, are you're always your go-to, and especially if you're unsure of makeup, I would be sticking with your sort of softer, your brown colors, and that, because you'll never ever go wrong. Just obviously don't apply it too heavy. That's just the key.
And tell me this, for mature skin and mature eyes, cream eyeshadow or powder eyeshadow?
Well, I to be honest, I think once you've, you know, set your base, and I use powder, you know, the whole time. And now you see, the thing is, it's would be more a question of me of matte or shimmer. So for an older eye, I would be using a matte as opposed to a shimmer. Yeah.
It's a bit like painting the walls. If the walls are
absolutely,
cracked, I always recommend a matte paint, not soft sheen.
There you go. So
you really are an incredible person, and you come from a very creative family, because your brother is a superstar in London, isn't he?
Oh my God. Yeah.
I follow him on Instagram. Incredible.
Oh, no way. Oh, well, he'd be delighted to hear that. Yeah, Neil, he actually is a florist. He has his own place in Belgravia in London, Neil Strain Floral Couture, and he's also got a massive concession in Harrods as well. So Neil, definitely, he would be the star of the family. We're just coming by, and I'm hoping we'll have that success. But no, Neil's very, very grounded for, you know, I suppose the people that he's working with, and that there, he definitely
doesn't get higher than that, really, doesn't it?
No, but he's very cool, calm, collected character, and like Neil's creativity, I suppose we definitely, like, my mother was a cook, and when you think of the creativity has to, I suppose, come a bit from her as well, because she was great at, you know, baking, doing cakes and that. And then Neil, from he was no age, was into doing flower arranging, and even, you know, when he was still at school, he'd done a few local weddings of people, and, you know, like, so it just, he flourished from there.
He's a genius. He is an absolute.
Oh, he is. He definitely is now.
Yeah.
So,
oh my God. Okay, you'll have to check. So it is Neil Strain, isn't it?
Neil Strain Floral Couture, yeah.
Oh my goodness. So, I could keep you here all day. It was the same yesterday with Kate. We could have chatted forever and ever and ever, but I know I've gone way over time, and I hope I haven't taken too much, because your two dogs are there earlier. They've been very good. They've been very
my
quiet.
two dogs. I've just, thank God, I have the earbuds in. They're out in the hall, and I can hear them barking.
Oh, really? Oh, gosh.
They're the two babies.
Enjoy them, because we actually started with two dogs, and we've none now, but that's another story. It's almost a year since Elsa died. Colleen Mackin, do you know who that is?
Yes.
She said, Lynda, you look fab, and so you do. I can't believe that you said yes to me. This is just brilliant.
Oh, no, I'm delighted. And can I just
pop
in there? Sorry, just about Colleen. Sorry, and I didn't forget about you. Colleen actually is also another stockist of Lynda Strain Cosmetics, and she's in Mullaban. Colleen worked with me from she was 13, so she's now 22. So Colleen she's sort of has carried on. When I left, you know, the local area, Colleen sort of has carried on the name of Lynda Strain, so I owe her a lot now. So.
Oh, that's just fantastic. And actually, another one of your buddies, April McManus as well, has been working with you for quite a while too.
She has indeed, yeah. A funny April, she's just arrived in Boston now.
I know.
For the big fight of Jason. So April has been amazing, and she definitely has been, I suppose, for reinventing, rebranding the company. She definitely has been the core of it, you know, and has helped me a lot. So
she's an amazing girl too.
Yeah,
she's another one who's just as beautiful on the outside as she is on the inside.
She really is. She's amazing.
And so is Jason. I can remember I designed the Donegal Physiotherapy Sports Performance Centre here, and he did the opening. The first time I've ever met him, probably the first time. And the minute I met him, I thought, you have star quality. But he's also so modest. Even though he's very confident, he's very modest. He's just, I do hope this is his time. I really, really do.
Yeah, absolutely. It'd be amazing.
Another one who deserves to shine. Well, absolutely. Listen, Lynda, you are definitely shining, and you're shining a light for all of us and inspiring all of us.
Thank you so much, Anne.
I'll get those links up, and thank you so much for being my guest. You've just been amazing, amazing.
Well, no, I appreciate it, and thank you very, very much for giving me the time to chat and that there. And if anybody does have any questions, feel free to send me a wee text or give me a wee call, and, you know, we'll hopefully be able to give people, you know, advice or that there if they want to know anything about the makeup or skincare. Just I'll be on
That's
the
so
other
kind
end.
and so generous. Lorraine is saying, thank you, ladies. I really enjoyed this chat.
Oh,
Most of my girls
thank
come
you.
in after. They won't be here live, but they'll come in
But
later
they'll
on
watch it
or over the
after.
weekend. It's funny, actually, Susie O'Neill, who owns AU Makeup, was on with me a couple of months ago. 25,000 people watched that interview.
I watched her. She was fabulous and such an inspiration, you know,
well, no more than
for
yourself.
the makeup industry. I know.
Because she believes, just like you believe in your
Yeah.
product, she really believes, it's, you're incredible. And you're both so young. It's just amazing. Aidan Strain is saying, well done, Lynda, looking good.
That's my daddy.
Daddy's girl. Oh, Marie Mullen is saying, just on Anne, could you ask if you have melia around your eyes? Did I pronounce that right?
Melia, yeah.
Melia, do you need professional help? I know, Marie.
Sometimes yes, but what I would recommend is probably using an eye cream or an eye gel, sorry, as opposed to an eye cream. And if you're using, a lot of people put their moisturizer up underneath their eye, which do cause melia. Okay, so you can actually push them back into the skin. So if you had an eye gel, so you imagine this is your eye contour area, so you'd want to be using just literally a pea-size amount and massaging that back in. Now you can try that there. Obviously, it's a much more gentler, way than having to go and get them removed, but it generally does work, so you could try that on.
That's a really, really good question. Thanks, Marie.
Or Marie, sorry.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Okay. Well, listen, they know where to find you. I will pop the links here now.
Brilliant.
And thank you so much. I
thank you very, very
so
much
as well. My God, learned so much.
Thank you so much.
Definitely document my journey with the makeup as well, because the girls know me. I say it like it is. So, but I just have a fascinated. So I woke up this morning to that text from you, and I thought, gosh, this is just a lovely start today.
Well, you can keep me posted and let me know how you get on.
I will do. I will. Sure, maybe I'll even get you back and we do something again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
indeed.
Brilliant.
Thank you so much,
girl,
Anne.
I'm back here tomorrow at 1 o'clock, just me on my own. I'm going to be talking about your landing, which is often a neglected part of your house. People don't do anything with their landing. It's just a place to go to your bedrooms or whatever. So I want to do something fabulous with your landing. So that'll be tomorrow. And Lynda, you're a superstar. Thank you so much.
Thanks a million, Anne. See you.
Till next time. Stay safe and stay fabulous. Bye.
You too. Bye.
Bye.